In an attempt to get to know my favorite gun better, I downed 100 enemy hunters with the Vetterli and recorded it. Stick around to hear my experience with the gun and a breakdown of each of the variations and my preferred ammo type with each one. First of all, when picking the Vetterli, you have a lot to choose from. There are 6 variations. We have the base, the Bayonet, the Deadeye, the Marksman, the Silencer, and finally there's the Cyclone. People are here.
Okay.
Each one has a different set of perks and advantages. Then for ammo types, the Vetterli doesn't really get a lot of options. All we have here is obviously base ammo, incendiary ammo, got a kill, high velocity,
Coming close to me then, huh?
down there, and FMJ. Okay, got one down. First of all, let's talk about why you might take the Vetterli, especially in contrast to the gun that is closest to it, the Centennial. The biggest thing you need to be aware of between the two is the Vetterli is going to have higher damage, while the Centennial will have higher velocity. So if you prefer velocity, you'll need to be taking the Centennial. If you prefer damage, you'll want to take the Vetterli. The important thing to realize here is that the Vetterli does over 125 damage, meaning if a hunter is missing a small bar, you can down them with one hit as long as you're within the damage fallout range. Now in most of these cases, that's only going to be about technically 23-ish meters. If you take FMJ, that's going to extend it out to 40 meters. So you have to decide for yourself whether or not that loss in velocity is worth the extension. Not only is it going to extend that one-shot range for hunters missing a down bar, it's also going to extend your headshot range, which is a little more unrealistic since you're dealing with FMJ. But more importantly, it's going to extend that 2-shot range by a 10 to 20 meter margin. Here's a spreadsheet with some of that data. If you want to see the full version of that spreadsheet, it's available for supporters on Ko-fi, Patreon, and YouTube. It covers all the custom ammo research I'm doing for the deep dive I'm working on. It includes numbers from about 2 months of custom ammo research I'm doing for an upcoming video. The base Vetterli itself is a really solid gun. Its relatively cheap cost means that you can safely take it mission after mission after mission without ever expecting to actually run out of money. On top of it, the ammo types help you give the variety to guide the playstyle you're looking for. Mainly for this, you're probably going to either want high velocity or FMJ. I personally almost never took incendiary, and every time I took incendiary, I wish I didn't have it. The high velocity ammo brings its velocity up to the range of long ammos, so it's basically like a discount long ammo rifle. Just watch that damage drop off, because you're going to be feeling it if you try and make longer shots. But hey, it's good for headshots. The nice thing about high velocity is it doesn't actually change the penetration of your bullets. So, especially if you're just dealing with a single layer of wood, you're not going to lose that effect. But if you need more penetration, that's where the FMJ shines. In combination that you don't need levering for the reload, and the fact that you can hold 7 rounds in the chamber, really makes it easy going for those penetration shots through wood or metal. You can take a lot of shots without it costing you, and if you need to top up in the process, you're not losing bullets without bullet grubber. Now, with any of the non-scoped Vetterlis, I highly recommend you take Deadeye. That's going to give you a quick and potent rate of fire, which is a strong advantage the Vetterli has. Now, as I was going through these 100 downed hunters, at the beginning I was rotating through the variations pretty consistently, but as the challenge went on, I kind of let my preferences take effect. But that being said, the base Vetterli actually got me the second most kills out of any of the versions. Here's a couple of those highlights.
That's off to the side over here somewhere. Bow and arrow.
Oh, traps. On me. I somehow killed him. Shot to the right. Ooh,
Dead.
I got that. Someone's on the ground.
Yep.
He does not have a bounty. I got a hit.
There's a bounty
I got
sitting
a
in
kill.
here.
Yep.
We're at.
Right on my ping. Very accurate.
That window's now open too. Someone's peeking from that window where I.
Got a headshot. That guy's dead.
Nice, nice.
They're on the clue. Why is the clue white? Got a hit. Got a kill.
Got a kill. Nice kill.
Got him. Now, in converse, we're going from one of my favorite versions to one of my least favorite versions, and that is the Bayonet. I typically struggle with melee kills in general, so the Bayonet doesn't add a whole ton for me. Mostly, it makes it so I can't easily kill immolators with the butt of my rifle, but it does mean I don't need to drag along another toolset. You can still beat immolators by doing a series of light attacks. You're going to need to do your full stamina bar worth of light attacks and then one more to finish the immolator. So if you get stuck with the Bayonet and you forgot to bring a blunt melee tool, you can still take on the immolators, it just takes a little bit more effort. The Bayonet version of the Vetterli is basically the same as the base. The big difference is that you're dealing with more weapon sway, so you have to decide if attaching that melee attachment to it is worth having the sway of the weapon. As far as a preference of ammo type, I would probably say FMJ over high velocity, because the weapon sway is already going to make those longer range shot a challenge, so you should prefer closer engagements in general with this version. Right there, very accurate ping.
Then one is right over there too. Nice kill.
Well, that was a kill?
Yep.
Got a kill?
I'm gonna...
Don't see anybody in the dockhouse above you.
I got a kill. This next one is my least used variant. It's the Vetterli Deadeye. In general, I struggle with the Deadeye scopes. I don't find that they're worth it. I would rather have a Marksman or no scope at all. So that being said, the Deadeye was my Vetterli variant that I got the least downs with. But because you're using a scope, I would recommend taking high velocity with it. With any scope, you're going to be going for the headshots. And this certainly is no exception. It just feels like I run into more situations where the Deadeye scope is a disadvantage versus just having iron sights. It's not a big enough scope that it's really going to give me a long range advantage. Yet, on the other hand, it's enough of a scope that it interferes with closer range combat. So in general, I'd say let's pass on the Vetterli Deadeye, but that's a personal preference. Got a kill.
Nice.
Next, look at the Marksman. So during parts of this challenge, I was really frustrated with alternate weather conditions, so I was avoiding scopes in general. That being said, I didn't get a ton of kills with the Marksman variant, but I do actually really like this gun, especially if you slap high velocity ammo on it. It's basically like a discount Lebel. Again, you're shooting at the same velocity, and you have the same scope as the Lebel Marksman. So really, if you're trying to get better at long ammo sniping, this is a great option to get you used to that bullet speed and that scope size. I can see them at least. Killed one.
Amazing. Okay, I had eyes on one, trying to push up. Logo, if you got eyes on him, he's trying to go for a revive, I think.
Killed one.
I'm dead.
Oh, I just heard them get fall damage.
Yeah, I think they're headed north again.
They're split.
Got a kill.
Nice.
In my mind, the Vetterli Silencer is an absolute delight to play with, and right now it's probably my favorite gun in the game. I feel like the Silencer plays very well with the chamber size and the fact that you get that extra damage tick up. Now, you have to be careful though, because playing a silencer, especially the Vetterli silencer, you get no benefit from velocity whatsoever. On top of it, I suggest you take FMJ with the silencer. You only lose about 40 velocity with it, but the reason I prefer that over high velocity is because taking high velocity only gives you about additional 80 velocity, which is the least benefit you get from any high velocity on any silencer. I believe the Winfield actually gets a boost of 200 meters per second when you take high velocity with it. The spreadsheet with those details are actually from one of my older projects about velocity, and that's available on my Discord. So if you want to see those numbers, check the link in the description. But the Vetterli silencer just really rewards taking a few pot shots and rotating to a new location and playing in the shadows. And I got a ton of opportunities by getting a first shot and then following up with a shot with them behind cover, which is why I prefer the FMJ. There were numerous times where I shot someone and then they scuttled behind a sheet of metal, which was an easy way for me to finish them off with it. And again, it goes back to the fact if you want something high velocity, you're not going to be taking the Vetterli, and you're definitely not going to be taking a silencer. So when using this variation, especially with FMJ, it's very important you choose the ways and times you choose to engage. And in general, because it's a silencer, you want to avoid incendiary rounds because the tracer rounds will give you away, and high velocity rounds because there's a bigger muzzle flash with those that's going to give your position away.
From here.
Light it up, it's fine. Roof.
Okay.
Got a hit. Back side of the clock tower. Right side of the clock tower. Got a hit. Might have been a kill. Yeah, I think that was a kill.
I missed. How did I miss that?
Got him. Dead. That direction. Got a kill.
Right there.
Logan, I don't know if I can save you.
Oh my goodness.
Someone just went down underneath. Got a kill up there. Got him.
Nice.
Oh, yep, he's right there.
I got a hit.
Nice, I heard the kill.
Got one.
Oh, okay. Moving up.
Pushing in. I'm gonna throw fire on it. He was on the roof. Got a kill. Now for the Cyclone. Now, I believe for what it gives you, the Cyclone is overpriced, especially because of the fact one of the main advantages of the Vetterli is that increased damage. Well, the Cyclone actually does 124 damage, meaning it's just below that 125 mark for downing a hunter, which might catch some of you off guard. I know it took me a while to realize that that stat was actually lower for the Cyclone, which was a really weird thing to do if you ask me, but I know it took me a while to notice that it was actually lower than the others, so here's your heads up. Another reason not to take the Cyclone. The reload system is clunky, and it has a lot of recoil when you take a shot. So if you can hit your shots and readjust your aim quickly, this is really good. But the advantages there are offset by the fact that it has a really small chamber, only 4 bullets, and a really, really clunky reload. Really, you have to send your bullets out in waves of 3 and reload 3 at a time so you don't get the longer reload process. Now, if you can hit your shots, it is more powerful than the other variants because of that very quick fire rate. The problem is it's just less forgiving than the other variants. So if you miss a few shots, you're going to be stuck with a lengthy reload process. And remember, if you don't empty it all the way, you get a quicker reload of just the 3 rounds. Now, because you get less rounds in chamber, I would suggest high velocity with this one over FMJ. Even though I felt pretty good about this kill that FMJ let me get. Got a kill.
Okay.
Up top. Got another one.
Where is he?
He's got backup. There's concertina traps right before.
Got one. It's upstairs. They're right around there. Got a kill.
Okay.
So in order of my most favorite to least favorite Vetterli with my preferred ammo type, I would say it goes Silencer with FMJ, Base with high velocity, Marksman with high velocity, Cyclone with high velocity, Bayonet with FMJ, and finally Deadeye with high velocity. I think the Vetterli is a fantastic gun, and if you're newer to Hunt, I suggest taking it and playing with it for a long while. It's a great middle-of-the-road gun on a lot of stats, and its velocity lands in that 400 range with base ammo, which is a great base point to learn how to start leading your targets. Which, if you need more help with that, check out this video.